Welcome to Show Me Politics with Paul Berry III in our CPAC edition. First up is Vice President Mike Pence addressing CPAC.
And we're going to get this economy moving again by cutting taxes for working families, small businesses, and family farms. We're going to keep rolling back job-killing regulations, and we're going to rescind unconstitutional executive orders signed by Barack Obama. And under President Trump's leadership, we're going to continue to rein in wasteful government spending and restore fiscal responsibility to Washington, D.C. We'll enact real education reform that gives families more choices. It recognizes that education is a state and local function, and under President Donald Trump, no state will ever be forced to adopt the Common Core. You know, I'm proud to stand with a president who's doing all of this and more. And I'm proud to stand with a president who stands with our most cherished ally, the Jewish state of Israel. Israel's fight is our fight. Her cause is our cause. Her values are our values. And under President Trump, America will stand with Israel. And maybe most of all, I'm grateful and honored to serve with a president who will uphold our Constitution and the sanctity of human life. Because of President Donald Trump, life is winning in America again. Last month, he reinstated the Mexico City policy preventing foreign aid from funding organizations that promote or perform abortions, and we will make the Hyde Amendment permanent American law. And when it comes to the highest court in the land, in Judge Neil Gorsuch, President Trump kept his word to nominate a new justice to the Supreme Court who will uphold our Constitution and all the God-given liberties enshrined in it in the tradition of the late and great Justice Antonin Scalia. Men and women of the conservative movement, this is our time. And I promise you, the President and I will work our hearts out to make America safe again, to make America prosperous again. But the success of our movement, and more importantly, the success of our country, depends as much on all of you as it does on us. We must, all of us, rise to the challenge before us, tomorrow and every day thereafter. The other side is not sitting idle, and their allies in the media are more than willing to amplify their defense of the failed status quo every single day. Now more than ever, as we did before when this movement won back the Congress in 2010 and won back the White House in 2016, we got to do what we did before. We got to mobilize. We got to march forward as if it's the most important time in the history of our movement, because it is. Men and women of this movement, there is no time like the present. So make your voices heard in town halls with your family and your friends, on the internet and in social media, and in all those places where common sense, conservative messages are most desperately needed. Because this is our time. From this day forward, to make America great again, President Trump and I need every ounce of your energy and enthusiasm, your conviction, your courage, your passion. And we need one more thing, if you're inclined. We need your prayers. You know, last month I took my oath of office, administered by the great Justice Clarence Thomas. You know, for this grandson of an Irish immigrant, it's hard to describe the privilege. But I and my family felt that day. I put my left hand on a Bible that was actually used by the 40th President of the United States back in January of 1981. But what was uncanny about that moment is I opened that Bible to the verse that he had it open to on that day. And it happened to be the very same verse that I most often quoted as I campaigned across this country on behalf of our new president. In the days ahead, as we work and as we labor, as we advance this cause to restore our country, I think, would do well to remember those ancient words. But if his people, who are called by his name, will humble themselves and pray, he'll do like he's always done. He'll hear from heaven, and he'll heal this land, this one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Up next is conservative firebrand Dana Loesch, the new NRA spokesperson from CPAC.
What now? Your healthcare needs may be a detour, but when you choose Thrive, it won't be a dead end. Our team of medical staff are on hand to walk with you, step by step. Thrive St. Louis, Express Women's Healthcare, low-cost and no-cost medical services, offering pregnancy testing, pregnancy options, ultrasound services, and life skills classes. Walk-ins welcome. Thrive St. Louis, Express Women's Healthcare. Visit thrivestlouis.org or call our 24-hour helpline now, 314-773-4626. For most of us, credit can seem like a dead end, but the Fransos team with USA Mortgage can show your family the way home. The Fransos team has been helping families find the financing they need to get into homes they never dreamed they could have. Their free credit help system has helped families improve their credit scores in as little as 28 days. That's the Fransos team. Visit them online at jfransos.usa-mortgage.com or give them a call today. 314-312-0101. The Fransos team, helping families home.
Welcome back to Show Me Politics with Paul Berry III. And up next is Dana Loesch, NRA spokesperson and conservative firebrand.
Do you know why Democrats lost in November? You want to know why they lost? Because these people are worrying about how they're going to put food on their table. They're worried about how they're going to pay their premiums of the health care that they didn't lose yet. They're worried about how they're going to keep their lights on, how they're going to keep their jobs when you had Hillary Clinton out there saying she was going to ruin the coal industry. These people were worried about being blown up if they decided to go up to the city and go out to the mall because we have domestic terror incidents. And instead of getting answers from one particular party, instead, they got lectured to about pronouns. They got lectured to about who can use whose bathroom. They got lectured about everything that has nothing to do with the vital necessities of day-to-day life. And that is why Democrats lost. They are our bitter clingers. They are this entire time. You want to know where these blue-collar voters have been? They've been in the NRA. the original big tent. They have been in the NRA, these bitter clingers, these Bible thumpers, these gun nuts, these Second Amendment extremists, those deplorables have been in the NRA this entire time. Which is why I'm on board with the NRA. I want to remind people, I was the one who introduced Trump here on stage back in 2015. Now I'm going to tell you all this, because some people need a little come to Jesus talk. And some of my friends on our side, we need to sit down, we need to have a little come to Jesus moment and have a little heart to heart for a second, right? Folks, we all know how primaries work, right? We know how primaries work? We all fight during the primaries. What happened with us during the primaries, do you know why it didn't affect me? Because that's my family reunion every year. Every Christmas, that's my table. Every Thanksgiving, that's my table. I have the amazing, wonderful, blessed DNA of being Irish, so go figure, an American Indian, and German because of my husband. So it's a little crazy. We fight during the primaries, but I'm going to tell you what. During the general election, you go to war with the soldiers you have. That's how you win. Now, we weren't united during the primary, and you know why? Because we're not hive mind. We're not betas. We fight. Metal sharpens metal. That's what we do. But the election's over. And now, I don't think that there's anyone who would say, whether they be lukewarm or never or totally pro-Trump, that they are displeased with what has been happening these first, 35, 36 days? Who can say they are never for Gorsuch? Who can say that they aren't for having a conservative Supreme Court justice? With that comes accountability. So let's not mess that up. You get what you want, we hold each other up, and we hold each other accountable. That's how it works. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how we expand this coalition that we're growing. And like I said, you know, when I go back to these blue dogs, I read a New York Times editorial that said Democrats were being urged to go further left. Okay. The only way that Democrats are ever going to win is if they figure out how to run Jim Webb. And even then, I don't think that they would come around to him. No, by the way, I want to give a shout out to all those blue dog Democrats who went out and swung this election because they voted guns, they voted jobs, they voted manufacturing, they voted trade. They didn't vote bathrooms and pronouns and Beyonce and everything else. And you know what? Sorry, Democrats, we stole your girl. You know what? I look at it like this. Because of those blue dog Democrats that we stole, actually, they were with the NRA the entire time. The NRA brought them and helped them and encouraged them to vote for freedom and made sure, look, this is what is on the ballot. And now as a result of this, we got Neil Gorsuch knocking at the door. As a result of this, we have real generals making decisions in like the State Department, Pentagon, Department of Defense. These are great decisions. And you're not going to find no bigger tent than what you find at the NRA. You won't. Men, women, black, white, gay, straight, Democrat, Republican. I've talked to so many members that the media with their fake news, that they want to ignore. Y'all want to know what the face of the NRA looks like? All of you people back there, because it seems like whenever there's some sort of, shooting or some sort of tragedy, y'all go to some lobbyist who used to work for Monsanto instead of coming and talking to actual gun owners. This here is the face of the NRA. I am a face of the NRA. Maj Touré is the face of the NRA. Chris Chang is a face of the NRA. Pink Pistols are a face of the NRA. Get it right. This is the organization for people who want to have a fighting chance. All day, every day. Now I'm going to tell you something else. This is the organization for women who don't want to be afraid if they stop at the grocery store to get some milk at night after working all day, and they got to get milk and toilet paper for their family, and they got to stop at the grocery store. I don't want to feel afraid walking to my car at night because you have these lobbyist groups out there who think it's virtuous to be a victim and not virtuous to be an armed defender of yourself and your family. If you care about winning the midterms, because remember, Gorsuch doesn't change balance of power, but the next one will. Remember that. You care about midterms, if you care about saving the balance of power for Supreme Court, if you care about national reciprocity, if you care about the Hearing Protection Act, if you care about a wall, insert constitutional freedom here. If you care about that, you're not going to find another organization that fights like this. I'm going to tell you something. We fight like hell, period. Now, I will encourage you, you can use your phone to sign up. You can use your phone and you can sign up to become a fighting member of a bedrock institution, the original Big Tent, the original Rights Coalition, the coalition that was fighting for our right to bear arms. And I'm going to tell you guys something. I'll tell you back there, wherever you are, for all of those people who like to say that women are too stupid to own guns and don't preach to me about female empowerment while you simultaneously tell me that I am too weak and stupid to own a gun. We had the right to bear arms before we had the right to vote, and I'll be damned if you take that from me. God bless you all. Go sign up today. Thank you.
And that was NRA spokesperson Dana Lash with her fiery address to the CPAC congregation. Up next is a man that needs no introduction. Apparently he's even gotten in a fight with a pope or two. Donald J. Trump is next.
For most of us, credit can seem like a dead end, but the Fransos team with USA Mortgage can show your family the way home. The Fransos team has been helping families find the financing they need to get into homes they never dreamed they could have. Their free credit help system has helped families improve their credit scores in as little as 28 days. That's the Fransos team. Visit them online at jfransos.usa-mortgage.com or give them a call today. 314-312-0101. The Fransos team, helping families home. What now? Your healthcare needs may be a detour, but when you choose Thrive, it won't be a dead end. Our team of medical staff are on hand to walk with you, step by step. Thrive St. Louis, Express Women's Healthcare, low-cost and no-cost medical services, offering pregnancy testing, pregnancy options, ultrasound services, and life skills classes. Walk-ins welcome. Thrive St. Louis, Express Women's Healthcare. Visit thrivestlouis.org or call our 24-hour helpline now, 314-773-4626.
Next up, it's time for the man that needs no introduction, Donald J. Trump and his address to CPAC.
We will fix our broken and embarrassing trade deals that are no good. None of them. You wonder, where did the people come from that negotiated these deals? Where did they come from? Well, they came also from campaign contributions, I must be honest with you. They're not as stupid as you think. We will cut wasteful spending. We will promote our values. We will rebuild our inner cities. We will bring back our jobs and our dreams. So true. So true. And by the way, we will protect our Second Amendment. You know, Wayne and Chris are here from the NRA, and they didn't have that on the list. It's lucky I thought about it. But we will indeed. And they're great people. And by the way, they love our country. They love our country. The NRA has been a great supporter. They love our country. The forgotten men and women of America will be forgotten no longer. That is the heart of this new movement and the future of the Republican Party. People came to vote, and these people, the media, they said, where are they coming from? What's going on here? These are hardworking, great, great Americans. These are unbelievable people who have not been treated fairly. Hillary called them deplorable. They're not deplorable. Who would have thought that a word was going to play so badly? That's the problem in politics. One wrong word, and it's over. She also said irredeemable, but we won't mention it. The GOP will be, from now on, the party also of the American worker. You know, we haven't been, as a group, given credit for this. But if you look at how much bigger our party has gotten during this cycle, during the early days when we had 17 people running the primaries, millions and millions of people were joining. Now, I won't say it was because of me, but it was, okay? And we have an amazing, strong, powerful party that truly does want to see America be great again, and it will see it, and it's going to see it a lot sooner than you think, believe me, a lot sooner than you think. We will not answer to donors or lobbyists or special interests, but we will serve the citizens of the United States of America, believe me. Global cooperation, dealing with other countries, getting along with other countries is good. It's very important. But there is no such thing as a global anthem, a global currency, or a global flag. This is the United States of America that I'm representing. I'm not representing the globe. I'm representing your country. There is one allegiance that unites us all, and that is to America. America. It's the allegiance to America. No matter our background or income or geography, we're all citizens of this blessed land. And no matter our color or the blood, the color of the blood we bleed, it's the same red blood of great, great patriots. Remember, great patriots. We all salute with pride the same American flag, and we all are equal, totally equal, in the eyes of Almighty God. We're equal. Thank you. And I want to thank, by the way, the evangelical community, the Christian community, communities of faith, rabbis and priests and pastors, ministers, because the support for me was a record, as you know, not only in terms of numbers of people, but percentages of those numbers that voted for Trump. So I want to thank you folks. That was amazing, an amazing outpouring. And I will not disappoint you. As long as we have faith in each other and trust in God, then there is no goal at all beyond our reach. There is no dream too large, no task too great. We are Americans, and the future belongs to us. The future belongs to all of you. And America is coming about, and it's coming back, and it's roaring, and you can hear it. It's going to be bigger and better. It is going to be. It is going to be. Remember. And it's roaring. It's going to be bigger and better and stronger than ever before. I want to thank you and Matt and Mercedes. I want to thank the two of you and all of the supporters that I have. I see them, they're all over the place. You are really great people. I want to thank you. And I want to say to you, God bless you. And God bless the United States of America. Thank you, folks. Thank you. Thank you.
And that is Donald J. Trump with his address to CPAC. This is another episode of Show Me Politics with Paul Berry III. We'll be back next Sunday with more Missouri and federal politics. Have a great work week. Thanks.
What now? Your healthcare needs may be a detour, but when you choose Thrive, it won't be a dead end. Our team of medical staff are on hand to walk with you, step by step. Thrive St. Louis, Express Women's Healthcare, low-cost and no-cost medical services, offering pregnancy testing, pregnancy options, ultrasound services, and life skills classes. Walk-ins welcome. Thrive St. Louis, Express Women's Healthcare. Visit thrivestlouis.org or call our 24-hour helpline now, 314-773-4626.